Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world, and welcome to another edition of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Our scene this morning is set for the day after Thanksgiving, the day when many people are out and about shopping and going nuts. Um, a day when many people are caught up in their post-turkey comas and lethargy of eating far too much. And for members of the Pure Tribes, it is coming off of that hate hangover after having to deal with everybody going absolutely mental over events that happened last night, where certain people were not very intelligent and extremely in need of cultural sensitivity training. And as well as as it would happen after the events with the first change and the apparent Fianna Trump supporter, um, Ellie left a note for the den father telling her that she was taking Tlate Hiin for the evening to her place to cool off. And as such, brought Tlate Hiin over to her apartment where she lives with her husband, her two children, and her mother-in-law, Tutu. The evening was spent first with cooling down and just simple conversation between her family and Tlate Hiin and getting to know the Wendigo and sharing tales of their experiences with little brother. After a ample cooling off period, Tlate Hiin got introduced to the young ones, and the young ones loved Tlate Hiin and made her many bracelets and braided her hair and called her big sister all through the evening. As we start our scene, it is now about 9:30 in the morning, and everything is quiet. Uh, Tutu has taken the young ones out to go shopping, and Ellie is sort of making her way through her house in her PJ bottoms and her tank top as she is going and starting up the stove to make coffee with the old style percolator. And as such, she once she gets it started, she comes over and will crouch next to the couch and give Tlate Hiin a bit of a gentle shake.
Her eyes kind of jolt open, and she's startled for a moment and looks a little confused because these are very strange surroundings. Ah, morning, Elivana.
Morning. She smirks and she's sort of like moving hair out of Tlate Hiin's face. You sleep all right?
The couch is soft.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
I've never slept on something so soft before.
It's an old couch. Old couches are the best.
I see. She rubs her eyes a little and sits up. Uh, thank you for last night.
She just smirks and just gives a a nice smile to Tlate Hiin and just shakes her head. No thanks needed, you know. Your family and gotta look out for you. If I'm angry about something like that yesterday, you're gonna be doubly so. You got that blood of little brother in you.
I She frowns. I can't believe they did that.
There are always going to be those that are ignorant. That was Barnaby's shortcoming. That what made me so mad initially. Showing the guy they're good people most of the time. Wendigo and Octena can usually get along with them pretty well. Because they actually see the pain that our people have felt. They don't hide from it. They try and meet it. But that Barnaby, he's stupid, ignorant, and rather than stopping and saying, "Oh, I done goofed," he decided to keep making it worse by running his mouth. So I had to make sure that he understood. Otherwise, not only he going to alienate Unicorn's children from us, he might get himself killed. You were hot last night. I was hot last night. Imagine some Wendigo Arun that ain't got no tolerance for that kind of shit.
He wouldn't have been alive.
Exactly. And I like the children of Gaia. I grew up with them. They taught me a lot of things.
I met one once on Sept, on our Sept. And he was okay. He came to help to clean up beach. There had been a minor oil leak. They called it minor. It still looked disgusting. And they came help with his kinfolk.
Yeah. And, well, when they get stupid like that, they gotta learn. But then that Fiona bitch decided to run her mouth, show her true colors. One bringer needed to learn a lesson. And one much harsher than the one Barnaby had to learn.
I wanted to kill her.
I know you did.
How could she say such things? Ignorant, stupid bitch.
Unfortunately, under most conditions, we can't act like that like we did yesterday. Yesterday was a day when even I was on edge. Ain't no room for politeness, I guess. You say something off cutter, you're gonna get what you deserve. Insults traded with bruises, bruises traded with blood. She got what she rated yesterday. My guess is she smart? She ain't ever gonna run her mouth to a pure tribe again. And if she does, well, she already been taught once. Next time, lesson be a lot harder.
She's a cub now.
She a cub now.
Things she said yesterday may have been said because of her change, but she still said them. I'm not gonna go back to the cub cabins.
You gotta go where you're told to go. Remember that.
I can find a different place to sleep. It won't affect my duties. It won't affect me being a cub.
I don't think Olaf's gonna have a problem with that. You can make a den near the area, or you can stay here if you want. And we'll go back every morning. We only live a few blocks away. And she'll gesture out the window and point to the park, which is just off in the distance.
Tlate Hiin will stand up. She walks over to the window. She's never been in the city, and yesterday was a very different day than usual. So now she's looking around, looking out of the window over the park, but also sees the other buildings, and she frowns. This is how you live. I'm not saying that your house isn't. I mean, it's very uh, beautiful, but you live inside the weaver's nest. How can you do that?
Ellie just smirks and she'll, pat Tlate Hiin on the back before she goes back to the kitchen and gets 2 cups of coffee ready, puts cream and sugar in them, brings it out, sets it down, hands one to Tlate Hiin. You ever had coffee before?
I've heard of it.
Right. I do my best with this sugar so it tastes sweet. It's going to be hot, but it's good for the morning. Help makes that tired feeling go away. Totally natural too. Tutu goes out and buys her own beans, grinds them up to make the coffee.
She'll wrap her hands around the cup, then stops as the cup is also hot, and especially the webbing in between her fingers is very sensitive. So she just decides to keep the cup on the table and kind of hold her hands around it, but not actually touching the cup, so
Mhm.
she can warm her hands up a little. And she sniffs. It smells strange.
Yeah. I know how it's made.
No.
Well, you get these beans called coffee beans from a coffee plant. And then you take the beans and you roast them till they get all hard and dry through and through. And then you grind them up into like grains of sand. And then you put hot water through it, and what come out kind of like tea.
I like tea. Tea is
This
good.
is a this is stronger than tea, and it more bitter without milk and sugar in it. Some people like it that way. Some people don't. I like cream and sugar.
Mm, Tlate will pick up the cup at the ear, blows a little to get that hotness a little like cooling down a bit. Um, and she carefully takes a sip. And as the bitter coffee taste, I mean, despite milk and sugar, it's still, if you're not used to it, it's still pretty bitter. And she kind of twitches a little bit with her mouth. And she's like, it's weird.
Yeah,
People drink this all the time.
I gotta have to. I got kids. I gotta be up and awake before they are.
Right. She takes another sip. It tastes strange.
It takes some getting used to, but after a while, you get to like it. And there's all kinds of different coffee. They got ones that taste like peppermint or like pumpkin pie.
How can you let this taste like peppermint?
You take a bit of the peppermint leaf and you get the oil out of it, and then you put it in with the coffee, and it gives it that minty flavor.
Right. I drank tea a couple of times. Tea is very good.
Tea's nice. It just don't have the same kick as this.
When I was 5 years old, I got tea. It had leaves and milk. It was very good. And then at my first change, I had tea again.
Tutu likes tea. She drinks it all the time. She also
All the
makes
time?
all the time.
Wow.
She only makes the coffee for me, and she'll gesture back to her bedroom where you can still kind of hear her husband snoring.
I'll get used to coffee, but I think I prefer tea.
Everyone got their own thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She'll take a sip out of her coffee. So I've been hearing that you've been getting rough and tumbly with the people on the sept.
I am not getting rough and tumbly. I haven't done anything wrong, Ellie Raya.
Olaf say otherwise. I want to know who you've been getting upset with, who you've been yelling at. I heard about what happened between you and Skopgod.
He attacked me. He grabbed me and pushed me up against the tree. I didn't mean to hurt him. I just wanted him to let me go.
Did you say anything to him before that?
I don't know anymore. I was afraid. No, I wasn't afraid. Sorry. She kind of stops and looks up at Ellie with big eyes as she said something majorly wrong. I mean, he needed to let me go.
She'll move her chair next to Tlate Hiin's and she'll kind of give her a pat, put an arm around her. Nothing wrong with being afraid, Tlate Hiin.
I'm a Wendigo. We aren't.
That whole thing of bravado about Wendigo not being afraid, Octena being wise beyond measure. That's just there for bragging rights. It ain't true. Fear, something we all have to accept. Fear not a bad thing. Not always. Fear can fear been put into us by Gaia. You know why?
So we're being careful.
Be careful. Let us know when we're in danger.
I know. I know we can be afraid. We're not allowed to show it, though. Showing it is a sign of weakness. And a Wendigo is not weak.
No, Wendigo is not weak. But You're also young, and you allowed certain missteps here and there. But the things I hear, Tlate Hiin, I get worried about you. You're the only pure triber here that younger than me that needs someone to look after him.
I haven't done anything wrong, Ellie.
I didn't say you did. I'm saying that you gotta learn how to get along with these people in the SEP as best you can. Doesn't mean you gotta like them. Doesn't even mean you gotta respect them. But you gotta learn to coexist. You look out the
Doing.
window here. What do you see?
I see. I see the wild. I see our place. Looks weird from here, but and I see the Weaver. I see buildings taller than the tallest trees. I I can't believe they're not tumbling down. Must be a Weaver trick.
No, not really. They follow laws put forth by Mother Gaia. Just taken advantage of by those of the Weaver. The way it's all put together. Kind of like making a log house out of wood. You know, certain ways you build it, it gets strong.
Hmm.
But you got a park, a set full of allies, whether they Okana, Wendigo, Charagaya, Stargazer, Shadow Lord, Silverfang, Black Fury, Fianna, Get, Glasswalker, Bonar, Red Talon. They all don't fight for us. They willing to die for us. That makes them allies. And because they're allies, we have to learn to live beside them and put away a lot of the anger and resentment and the hurt that's there. We gotta set it down. Not only bring it up when they do something incredibly stupid like last night.
You are Uktena, your older brother. You know things. That's your task. You seek knowledge. For that, you changed yourself. I am, Wendigo. We are proud of our past. We can't forget. I can't forget.
I didn't tell you to forget. I want you to look at someone like Smiles in the Night. He Red Talon. What do you think
I'm.
he thinks about Glasswalker and anyone else here that carry around cell phone and computer?
I take it he'll dislike them.
But do you see him going out and starting fights? Do you see him going out and yelling and berating?
Hey, Raya, I am not starting fights.
I didn't say you were. My point is, do you see him in conflict all the time?
It's not my fault. Please, Ellie, I haven't done anything wrong. I'm trying to not tell people. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut. But people keep asking questions and they demand answers. I'm trying to behave, and I understand that I have to stay here. I've been ordered to stay here. I understand what is expected of me, but it's not my fault. They keep pushing. Ellie, Eric Raya grabbed me and pulled me up to the tree because he wanted to know things, and I didn't want to tell them because I knew that they would anger him. And when I didn't say anything, he got mad. Kumakarna. He wanted to know why, and he said that I was silly not for not trying, and I wasn't trying hard enough, and I should be more forgiving. I am not trying to put I'm not out there to look for a fight.
You know how do you know how long it's been since we lost middle brother?
Yes.
How much do you think that pain still exists in both sides of the pure tribes, older and younger?
Tori Raya has learned me more about Metal Brother. I understand the grief. I feel it too. It shouldn't have happened, but it did.
I want you to start observing people, especially the worm bringers, the Get, the Fianna.
They are the Wormcomers, Vinny.
Worm covers, worm bringers,
Eh.
whatever. Out of character,
I
whichever
know.
one they're supposed to be. She will, she takes one of Tlate Hiin's braids and begins to like redo it. It's probably fallen out from sleeping.
Hmm.
You want to look at the worm comers, especially them Get, them Fianna, them Shadow Lords, and observe them. Learn their tells, learn their body language. You see, they each got ways about them. They each want to hear certain things when they come calling to us pure tribes. Some Get looking for a fight. Some Fianna looking for a story. Some Shadow Lord looking for instigating. Whatever they do, you can learn how to talk, you can learn how to act in a way that they find us unassuming. You see me walk around Sept, you see a smile on my face all the time, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There's something to that, aside from the fact that I just enjoy being around people.
Ellie
Scott
Raya.
Raya might have gotten angry with you because he was looking for an honest answer. You think that maybe he could have been insulted that you felt that he would have taken your honest answer wrong. As far as Getco, he seems to be very forward, very direct. And given that he follows the pure tribes totem, he probably not what you might think of a child of Fenrir.
He and I spoke after it happened. The
And what you
Sept has more problems with what happens than both of us. They keep bringing it up. They keep arguing about it. I understand what I should have done or what he preferred. And I will hold myself to that.
Ellie looks somewhat accepting of that as she finishes the braid. I don't want to see you have a hard time here.
You can't expect me to be happy.
I want you to be happy, but I can't make you be happy. I can't. Hmm. Can't expect you to be in a place that where you feel under attack all the time. Where you feel like you're surrounded by anger, things that make you angry.
I want to. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
It's no use.
See, now you're underestimating me.
It's not. I'm not underestimating you. I miss home. This place is strange, and I don't understand half of its ways. The other half of its ways I do understand, but I disapprove of. There is so much new, and I have nothing that is here that I understand except myself.
Ooh, that's a peony.
She is basically, she feels like an Englishman in New York, you know? She's, she,
I
she,
don't know.
okay. It's like there is nothing here that's familiar to her. She has nothing to hold on to. There is not a place where she can come and be at ease because she understands how it functions. There are no other Wendigo. And their customs of the Sept are completely strange. So she needs to be on guard all the time because she can make a misstep like that without even realizing what she did wrong. she needs to be on guard all the time because she expects to be attacked all the time because there's nothing familiar to her.
All right. Well, you done did it now.
Oh boy.
Ellie Tlate Hiin's going to be able to see her expression soften quite a bit, and she she takes a hold of Tlate Hiin and just kind of pulls her close, sort of that kind of embrace where like her hand is on Tlate Hiin's head, and she puts like her chin over the top of your head in a very parental kind of embrace.
Oh, she's keeping it together so well. See? So she's just she lets it happen. She's not rejecting it or anything, but she also manages to keep her shit together. So she's not gonna start crying or anything because she made an awesome willpower roll. I need that when it really matters. So she just stays in the hug silently.
And I am gonna do because you pulled on some of Ellie's heartstrings there.
Oh boy.
Because that's just who she is. She's a mom. You're a child that needs that sort of stuff. So that is. Oh wow, 5 days. Ooh, well, that's the or manipulation subterfuge to try and hide the fact that she's a bit glossy-eyed at the moment.
Okay. Then I need to check my perception empathy. Perception empathy. Oh, I don't have that much. Goddamn. I need more perception empathy. Nope.
You have no idea.
She has no idea. Like all my successes got into that amazing willpower roll.
No more rolls for the rest of the day for you.
No, because the next roll will most definitely be a botch. I just know it.
Ellie is gonna, she's probably not gonna go as far as like, really, really rocking her, but she does that kind of just gentle side to side thing. And she kind of almost whispers it, but you have a place here, then. This can be your home if you want it to be. I'll look out for you the same way I look out for the little ones.
Tlate Hiin will stay silent for a long while as she is definitely considering that option. Um, the the things that are going through her mind right now is that despite the fact that Ellie is a pure tribe, this place is also strange to her. So but she's seriously considering it, and at some point she kind of like half looks up and it's like I don't know. I will need to think about it. If that's all right with you, Ellie Raya.
She nods.
But
you just call me Ellie, okay?
Ellie. Okay. We'll try.
Even if you don't want to live here, you decide not to. This place always going to be here for you.
Thank you.
Tutu and Caden, they make you feel safe here.
You have a very good family.
As far as I go, you part of it.
I keep being awesome on the willpowers. She,
I'll P&E though. Nope, never mind. I'm not. I'm not.
If you're PNEing, I will roll subterfuge to that, because that's only fair.
I think you'll do better.
Yeah.
Totally unreadable.
She'll simply nod at that. Yeah, no, she totally subterfuged, so yeah, she'll nod. Thank you.
She'll put a hand on each of her cheeks and just smile at her. Kind of do like the forehead bump. Kukai Kamahine. And she'll stand up and walk over to the kitchen and start pulling things out of the fridge. You like eggs?
I've eaten an egg once, but it didn't taste very well.
Oh, you ain't never had Tutu's eggs. You ever had spam before?
What's spam?
She just kind of smirks. It's good. It's meat. It's really good.
Okay.
And yeah, this is her still trying to be unflustered, but she's gonna go to work creating breakfast.
Well, she's not seeing through you. Oh wait, shit! Oh fuck! I forgot. God damn it! I keep forgetting this.
What?
My social dice are +1 difficulty because of her meta's deformity.
Oh no!
So yeah, she didn't see any of that. Well, wait, this was perception, but um, I'm trying to think back on the subterfuge, but I think I still had enough successes and everything.
You're fine. We won't worry about it at this point. So she'll she just starts cooking, and she kind of finally will kind of just shout out to Caden, who finally wakes his ass up. It's like, get your lazy ass up and get in here and help. And I think that will be as good a point as any to call that the end of the scene.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And we'll see you again on Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.